Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Reject Films. Doing this a little bit different than usual. This is the inaugural episode, and hopefully we continue on from here, of Tubi Tuesdays. So, in these videos, I will review a movie that I've watched on the Tubi app. For those that don't know, Tubi is a free app with lots of great older horror films, some newer ones, along with regular films as well. It's not all horror, but that's what I'm going to focus mainly on these Tubi Tuesdays is the horror genre. It's going to be stuff that I don't own, or at least own on Blu-ray, as all my DVDs are in storage. So if it's something I own on DVD and I just don't feel like digging it out of storage, then I'll watch it on Tubi, review it for you guys. I'll try to do some lesser known titles as well in the future. If you guys have any recommendations as well of something on Tubi, feel free to drop it in the comments section. And yeah, these will be uploaded, obviously, only on Tuesdays. I will try to do them every Tuesday. I can't promise that. I was doing the random reviews on every Monday and then kind of slacked off to every other Monday, and now I just haven't been doing them at all because I am a lazy fucking person. So yeah, hopefully these continue on. Like I say, I've started other episodes, series before, and they just kind of dwindled away because I just move on to other things and don't really have time to do a lot most of the time. But this is something I want to do because Tubi, like I said, is a free app. Anybody can watch these that has access to a smart TV, your smartphone, which almost everybody has. And, there is commercials on these movies. Unless you do like the one that you pay for, then they're commercial free. Sometimes you can watch one at the very beginning and just watch like a really long commercial or preview to a movie or something like that. Then you'll be commercial free the rest of the time. Quality isn't great, so if it's something released by like Scream Factory, Arrow, Vinegar Syndrome, something like that, and it's on here, it will not be the quality of one of their releases. So with that said, the first film in the Tubi Tuesdays is going to be Python from 2000, full of early 2000s really, really bad CGI, a lot of B-movie actors, a lot of familiar faces and familiar names in this. And this is one that I wasn't sure if I had seen or not. I still can't remember if I watched it back in the day. I probably came across it on TV or something. But yeah, I believe this was a TV movie. I'm not really too sure, but it does, like I said, have a star-studded cast for us that watch a lot of B movies. You do have Robert Englund in here. You have B-movie legend Casper Van Dien. You have William Zabka from Karate Kid. And, of course, the YouTube Red series, Cobra Kai. Took me a minute to think of that. You got Jenny McCarthy in here, of course, from film and Playboy and all that stuff. You got Will Wheaton in here. Just all kinds of people in here. Sean Whalen as Deputy Lewis, who was one of the funnier characters in this. I really liked his character. You have Gary Grubbs in here, who was in a lot of films, really familiar face, kind of talks with his teeth still closed and everything. He was in, major movies like JFK, along with, B movies and stuff too. And, yeah, like I said, just a star-studded cast, really, for that time. And, yeah, this film, from its opening scene with the airplane, the CGI, it just starts off bad from the beginning. Back in 2000, even by those standards, was still pretty bad. The scene right after that, which includes nudity, kind of made up a little bit for the bad CGI, but yeah, expect that to be a common thing. So you got the bad CGI, the bad acting, the storyline is just pretty basic, which is there's a giant python with acid that it spits out and pretty much dissolves people into just bone and, blood and things like that. And, of course, created in a lab based off of other snake genes or whatever. Robert Englund plays Dr. Anton. who is responsible for the creation of this python. Him, along with Casper Van Dien, definitely are the standout actors in this film. William Zabka does okay for his role, and it was really nice to see him and stuff. And I'm not sure if I've seen him in other things aside from Karate Kid, but if I had, it'd been before I really knew who he was. Of course, another person that I have met in person, and a really cool guy, really down to earth and everything. So it wasn't one that I paid to see. I just caught him outside and got a photo with him for free. So really, really cool guy. And like I said, there is some nudity in this film. Like I say, I believe it is a made-for-TV movie, so I'm not really sure if it was on like a paid channel or whatever. But yeah, so the basic premise of the python running around this small town and people trying to kill it. Casper Van Dien plays Bart Parker, who is kind of in charge of this band of, mercenaries. And their goal is to take this thing out. Of course, they're warned by Robert Englund's character that none of your weapons will really do anything to this giant snake, and he's pretty proud of it and wants to kind of protect it as well. He doesn't want them to kill it. He wants it to be captured so he can research it and all this kind of stuff. And there comes a point where they go to attack this thing and find out what they were looking for, and where they thought it wasn't really there. They believe Robert Englund's character kind of set them up for this, and you don't really know if he did or not, but their earthly weapons, I'll say, are no match for this thing. There is some love triangles going on between a couple of the main characters, including William Zabka's character, who plays Sheriff Gregg in this. Small town cop who has kind of aspirations to be part of the FBI at some point, and hasn't really pursued that because of other things going on, because of lady interest and things like that. But like I say, you do have a love triangle between his character and the character John, played by Frayne Razanoff. I don't really know who that is, but yeah, they're kind of, I'll say, fighting over this woman. He kind of stolen from William Zabka's character and everything. So, yeah, you do have that in there. You do have some kind of family squabbles between a couple of brothers who work at this acid plant, whose father had passed away, and the one brother was never really around and everything. So you do have a little bit of side stories going on, but who really gives a shit when you got a giant killer python on the loose, right? That being the main focus. Like I said, CGI-wise, this is one of the worst CGI movies I have ever seen. Of course, I haven't really watched a lot of, killer snake movies and things like that from this era. I'm sure there's tons of them. And there's even a scene where you have this python in a garage that's about the size of this python, and there's a guy in the garage kind of looking to see what this noise was, and somehow this giant thing is able to hide behind some cardboard boxes and things of that nature, which is kind of like, really? How the hell would this thing hide in this little area, But you do have some comedic moments in here. You do have, I believe his name was like John the Closer or something in this, who was like a big shot realtor. He's always closing the deals on these expensive houses and everything. And of course, the assholes, or the cocky people in this movie, kind of get what's coming to them. And yeah, Jenny McCarthy's character is, plays a really, I'll say, horny housewife type character, who just wants to kind of get what she wants by doing things for people, I guess. She's not in it very long and doesn't get naked, so that's kind of a downer. But hey, we've all seen her before anyways, right? I think. Maybe. If not, it's pretty easy to find on the internet there. So, yeah. Overall, like I said, this is not a great film by any means whatsoever, But very entertaining, very fast-paced. I never really found myself bored with this movie, and it was really a lot of fun for as bad as it was. It's so bad it's good. I know there are fans of this film. I know there is a second one as well. There is a Python 2 that came out 2 years after this, and I won't give away the end, but they do take this thing out, but apparently not, because there is a sequel. So I'm not going to say how they managed to do this, but yeah, really, really cheesy, really quirky. It does have its moments, definitely. Like I say, I really like the character of Robert Englund, Casper Van Dien, and this was good, and the character of the deputy Lewis, who was played by Sean Whalen. His character had me laughing quite a few times. So if you guys are bored, looking for something to do, looking for something to watch, I say give Python a watch. Like I said, just be prepared that it is really, really bad. And I'm going to say on IMDb, it says this is from 2000. On Tubi, it says it's from 2001. So not really sure. It's kind of, you always have different dates with movies for some reason. They're always like a year off, depending on issues of getting it actually released to certain things, I guess. But yeah, overall, like I said, it's definitely worth a watch if you have nothing else to watch and you have the Tubi app. And if you don't have the Tubi app, what are you waiting for? Download it. Like I said, everything on there is free. Just be prepared for commercials, which I don't really mind, because it just brings you back to the time before you really had all these streaming services and you had to wait till the show came back on and everything like that. And you get up and you get your drink, or you get your popcorn, or you get whatever, go to the bathroom. So I don't really mind the commercials too much. I usually just grab my phone and see what's going on my phone for, a minute or so, and then get back to the movie. So, yeah, definitely do yourself a favor if you haven't done it already. Download that shit and get to watching some movies. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this first and hopefully not last episode of Tubi Tuesdays. Again, Python is a fun watch overall, and I wouldn't say run out and buy this. I don't know if this has a Blu-ray release. I know it has a DVD release, but definitely watch it on here first, see what you guys think, and if it's one you want to add to your collection, definitely do so. It's one I'll probably pick up eventually. I think if Boutique Label put it out, I would definitely grab it. And you can't go wrong with Robert Englund. I always enjoy seeing his roles outside of playing Freddy Krueger. I mean, of course, most knowingly for playing Freddy in Nightmare on Elm Street films. And he still has that kind of devilish evilness to him. I don't know what it is. Like, you can't quite trust that guy. I love his performance in like The Mangler, things like that. Of course, Casper Van Dien's most popular film being Starship Troopers. Is it William Zabka from Karate Kid? It's kind of funny. There's a fight scene in here, and I would have thought he would have just really kicked this guy's ass from his moves from Karate Kid, but doesn't really go that way. So, yeah. Thanks again for joining me, guys, on this Tubi Tuesday, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace, love, happiness to everybody. Stay safe out there. Practice your social distancing and all that good stuff, and we'll all get through this eventually, and hopefully things get back to somewhat normal here in the near future. And again, any recommendations on the Tubi app, definitely drop those down in the comments below. And yeah, till next time, bye.